Okay, so what I'm really, really looking for, like I said again, any type of craziness going on with the feet, bruising, bunions, hammer toe to surgeries, people lie to you. And so I'm going to basically wash the person's foot first. I take my little bath. This is just an inflated bath bowl. You can blow it up, but that takes forever and you'd be tired after you do it. Just get an air pump, put it in there and just pump it. It just comes out, just pump it. Pump that air in there. So once you get some liquid in here or some soap, dish soap, whatever you got to do to clean the person's foot, they can still be on the table when you do this. So for instance, all I'm going to do is bend her legs up. There we go. Up. Sorry, crush my hand.
You're going to go live.
And then you're going to stay right there. So the bowl, it will have the liquid in it, and all she's going to do, going to lift your feet, and then put your feet right inside. Right, and so now you can still wash the client's foot even while they're on the table. So splish splash, bubbles, all that good stuff. Wash their feet. Covid-19, scrub them down. Now, before you take them out, because remember, this is going to come off, and then you don't want their feet dripping. Don't know where to put a towel down first, obviously. And then once the towel's down, move the water, because you don't want to fill it up a lot, because remember, it's going to be like dripping. Put the feet down on the towel. Dry them off. Yay, we got clean feet. So after the clean feet, I'm basically inspecting, looking inside. There's no rips or tears. Some people have cuts in between their feet because we're gonna actually go in between the toes and twist the toes, all that good stuff. So we wanna make sure they're safe. A lot of men got jungle rot. They got all types of craziness going on with their feet, hair, and you know, man, our nails don't get clipped like females. You'll see some nails actually going into the skin, like just curled, hard skin, crazy. So now that we've softened up the feet with the warm hot water and we cleansed them, we're now gonna look at our tools and like, okay, what am I gonna use first? Normally I always use my brush. It's just a dry body brush. And we're gonna wake up the senses. So as we're brushing the body, or brushing the feet, and now remember, reflexology is ears, hands, and feet. I normally always start with feet first, but if the client wants me to work on their head or ears first, then I'll do the ears, hands, and then come to the feet. But this is just my little routine. I always work on the feet first. And it's the hardest to work on because you're gonna spend a lot of time on the feet. And the brush I'm using is a very soft brush. It's nothing hard. It's not the brush your waves type of brush because that's a little bit hard and that could hurt people's feet. Just a little bit. And when you tickle the feet, don't tickle them too much. Some people are ticklish. Just go as fast as you can. Underneath. And this wakes up your nervous system. That's all it does. It's ready those pores and the blood to move around. So after we dry brush the feet, put our brush down. We're gonna start from old school all the way up to new school. So old school will be Toksen first, and that's T-O-K-S-E-N, Tok-in-en-sen. It actually means something in traditional Chinese medicine or Thai massage. I just don't want to screw it up, and because it's a whole actual saying. These are different Thai sticks that you're going to use. One is out of graphite. It's a harder material for people who have stubborn feet and it doesn't break. Thai sticks is a little lighter. Lighter meaning like if you do sit on it, these can break. Kind of hard to do it, but they do. They're a little flimsier. But for softer feet, this is what you would use. For harder feet, use this one. So our client, we're gonna ask her to scoot back just a little bit more. Perfect, right there. Yep. Mm-hmm. So I like to work the inside of the foot first. So the inside of the foot, put your tools down. You're gonna bend the leg, almost like a figure four. And if the legs come down, that's fine. If not, you can have a pillow, and then put the pillow here so it can support their leg. But if you don't have a pillow, just take your knee, and then they can rest on your knee. Take your hammer. I like working on the inside of the foot first, like your arch. And as you can see, yes, it is painful. Everybody thinks this is just a light, like, oh, that ain't nothing, I can handle that. Like, no, there's certain sensory points, but for somebody who has hard feet, yes, you can work it. Her feet are soft. So I need to even slow down the pressure or switch my tools. So this is a little bit more direct. And as you can see, it doesn't take much. It's just a tap, tap, tap. This is actually pretty heavy. It's not heavy, heavy, but it's enough to have it's some weight. You don't want to drop this on somebody. And so you can work up the foot, just making sure where there's soft, meaty portions. Now remember, the foot it can contain a lot of problems, a lot of hard, calloused areas. Hers are soft, so she doesn't really need toxin so much. But if somebody just came in and they wanted it, yes, you can do the whole body if you want to. But the inside of the leg is very soft, so I would be extremely careful. But this is just the first part of reflexology. Very, very meticulous work, but this was the back in the day methods of working on the feet without breaking your hands. We're going to use the hands last. And for the feet, you can actually use a cream on the feet to actually help you glide on the feet. Or you can do it dry. I prefer dry in the beginning, and then if I need to glide on the feet, I'm going to use an actual oil or cream. So the traditional Thai stick, the lighter stick, there's always going to be 5 rows, just like there are 5 toes. So a row is pinky toe, 1 row. You're going to have your second toe, 2nd row, 3rd row, 4th row, and last, the 5th row. So even though the big toe is considered number 1 in certain areas, other modalities, this is technically number 5 in traditional Chinese medicine and Thai massage. So all you're doing is basically going down the line. I hold the foot, push into the foot just to extend the muscles so I can really dig in there, because right now they're soft and she can take a lot of the pressure. But to alleviate anybody who has plantar fasciitis, turf toe, flat feet, all that good stuff, she has an arch, she doesn't have flat feet, you can poke right on in there. And it can be painful, so just be careful. Nice and slow. And when I push in, I'm turning. And see how she moved? Right, because remember, I exposed pretty much this ligament right here, or tendon. And so right here, now it's soft. So see, you can poke all up in there and she's not gonna flinch. But as soon as you expose that ligament or tendon pretty much, yeah, you really start to feel every little thing. And you're like, oh shit. See how she, right. It's like right there. So that plantar fasciitis, you can dig that stuff out. Now you don't have to hold the toe. You can always just start from number 2. And see, even though it's light, it's a lot of pressure. This is always gonna be harder than any of your fingers. I don't care if you're Superman, She-Ra, whoever, She-Hulk. These are always gonna be harder. This is just nothing but instruments. So 2nd foot, twist, 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 twist. So as you guys can see, you're just going down each and every line. So after that, you can pretty much go from side to side. But the gliding that we do with the sticks and down the sides of the feet, you need lotion or oil or cream. So that we were just doing what they would call energy lines or subo points. Your energy lines correspond with the lines of the body into the hara, or your visceral organs, stomach, spleen, liver, gallbladder, kidneys, stomach, all that good stuff. Small intestines, large intestines, all that good stuff. So you're going to these points and like, wow, I had menstrual cramps, but now they're gone because I worked on certain areas. Or I had a headache. Oh shit, it's gone because I pressed in on certain areas of the foot, or those energy lines. So it all corresponds with something at the head. So on top of the feet, and remember, so we have like liver, heart, spleen, spine, eyes, ears. There's different labeling for your feet that correspond with your head. So all we're gonna do is work on those areas up top. So here, press and hold, relieve, press and hold, press and hold, press and hold. Now I did mine straight down. A lot of people like to use the bigger head or the small head and just go on top like Friday the 13th. You're about to jab somebody with a knife, but you're not. This is just a tool. And then poking it's a little harder. As you can see, the indent is still there. So pressing in. And so the pressing, all you're doing is pretty much pressure points. You're not doing anything, gliding, moving. No, it's just pressure, pressure, pressure points. That's all it is. Top of the foot, you can do the same thing. You're just following in between the lines though. You're not on them, because if you're on top of them, you're actually on the ligament. That is painful. That hurts. So you're in between the toes, on top of them.